Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is Seth Dark Arts, and I'm back once again with a 6th video. And like I said before, these videos will usually jump. Sometimes I'll be at home, sometimes at school, and sometimes other places. So that's for people who are wondering, where the hell is this guy at? But yeah, in this video, I would like to, first of all, thank the people who subscribe to my page and my video list, because I'm acting like I'm big time. 25 subscribers. Oh yeah. But no, I appreciate the 25 people that decided to join my, my video YouTube page, because it means a lot to me that people actually want to hear further information and further videos on these topics. And yeah, we have to share this information. We have to get it out to as many people as possible. And by posting videos and posting our own subjective experiences and objective experiences also, that's one way to do it. If you want to help people, not everyone has the financial situation or the ability to write books and go on massive tours and do all these type of things, but if you truly believe that you want to get the information out there, I believe anyway, YouTube is one of those best resources to reach a wide range, a large audience of people from the comfort of your own living room. So once again, to anyone who's subscribed or written comments, thank you. And I would like, just send in some things you would like to hear about, because if you don't, I'll probably just go on rants and go into my own thing, which that's cool too, because there's nothing wrong with that, but it would be nice to hear what some of you would like me to discuss and get into. I've actually tried this video. This is my 3rd time. I tried it at home, and the first 2 videos were really good, I felt. And both times the webcam or something went wrong. And if anyone out there posts videos, you probably understand how frustrating that is, to post a video, really feel the vibrations in it, and when you go to upload it, it says, error, or the video didn't take it. That really makes you get a little crazy. But anyway, today I would like to briefly, because I don't have a lot of time here, but briefly get into the subject of death. That's right, death. People say, oh man, this guy's going dark now. But no, seriously, subject of death. We have to understand what exactly is behind death and what's going on when we want to talk about death, and what death is and what it isn't. And definitely what it isn't is the ending of your own self, your own personality. We all continue after death. Consciousness continues after death, and we don't die. And I think that's a very empowering thing to accept, is the fact that we are immortal. I'm going to say it. People are like, man, this guy's going crazy, but it's true. We are immortal. In the sense of we, I said before that we live beyond and outside of time and space, but this physical reality is just one point of view that we come into. But what people, whoever you want to call them, governments, whatever title you want to give them, to the so-called people in charge, and yes, there are people trying to prevent everyone, excuse me, from having this information, whoever it is. And I believe anyway, one of the most powerful things to learn is that we are immortal, and we simply cannot die. Yes, of course, the physical body dies in this reality, and you have to move on from it. But that's just natural in physical reality. That's just the way it is. And I know people are probably going to say, "Oh my God, this guy's saying there's no death. My grandfather died last week," and I was like, "Yes, yes, people do die, and it hurts. No one wants to lose a loved one. I don't, and I'm sure whoever is watching this video also does not want to lose a family member or friend or a loved one, even a pet. No one wants to lose one. But unfortunately, this is the reality that we are in right now. And you're not, even that phrase of losing someone, you're not really losing anybody. Because if you really went deep into these subjects, you would understand that when a loved one passes away, you can still communicate with them. And you can still contact them through out-of-body experiences, deep meditation, altered states of consciousness, dreams, and all these subjects and categories. You can kind of still keep contact with your loved ones. So, yes, this is definitely an empowering thing to come to terms with. And I think a lot of people who don't know this is what causes them problems when they eventually do so-called die and leave this physical reality. Because what happens is, well, this is my simple philosophy that I've told many people. And a simple philosophy is this: if you believe in life after death, why are you getting stressed right now? And if you don't believe in life after death, the same applies. Why are you getting stressed right now? And I'll elaborate on that a little bit. What I mean is, if a person is having a stressed out life and they're focusing on all these goals and, you know, I have to get this degree, this university degree, I have to get this job, I have to do this, I have to do that, and they're really working themselves up, you know, it's unnecessary. Because if you believe in life after death, it always comes down to, well, why are you stressing it? You're not going to be here in terms of time anyway, physical reality time. You won't even be here long enough to enjoy any of this stuff. I mean, yes, you might enjoy it while you're here, but what I really mean is it's only temporary. It's not going to be, you're not going to enjoy these things forever. So get over it and accept it for what it is, have fun, but don't take it too seriously. And for the other group of people who have completely no belief in life after death, the same applies for them. Because what it comes down to is, if you don't believe there's life after death, and you believe that this is it, physical reality is where it's happening, and when you die, you just simply go into the void, and you're erased from memory and history forever. For those people, definitely, even more, why are you stressing right now? You should be really living it up, having a party every day, and just going all out, getting crazy. Crazy in the sense of having fun, not hurting other people. But yeah, you should be out there doing your thing and just having a great time. You shouldn't really be walking around having stress and getting crazy. And I strongly believe that this falls into both those categories: people who believe and people who don't believe. Either way, the question comes down to, what exactly are you doing? Now, I have some other stuff to say as far as experiences. Yes, that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, I know people are going to say, who does this guy think he is? You know, he thinks he knows everything. How does he know about death? He's not even dead. Yes, I understand that. However, I did have an experience of my own that I want to share. And this experience was a very powerful experience, deep and profound for myself, for my journey. And it went like this. I had an out-of-body experience where I had crossed over into this other reality. And as usual, I was completely awake, conscious, aware of what was going on. All my faculties were there. There was nothing that, as far as senses, I was just completely there in the moment. And I was aware of my physical body being at home in my bed. So I was in this reality, and words can't really describe how amazing it was, because it was completely different from other out-of-body experiences in the sense of there was a feeling that came from this reality that I was in. It was a strong feeling of love and happiness, and pretty much everything was it was just a very deep feeling of happiness. And when I was there, I met these beings that appeared human at that time, and they basically broke it down for me on the most basic level. They said, listen, this is one of the realities that you and others can come to when they die and leave physical reality. And it was a place of happiness. Everyone was just relaxed, chilling out, having a good time. And they say, yes, this is what happens. Now, we've all heard these stories of people who they have a near-death experience. They die. Their body leaves their consciousness leaves the physical body, and they all have these accounts of they come into their family members or some loved ones or some beings who tell them it's not your time to come here. You have to go back and all this stuff, and they usually go back. And basically, what these beings explained to me, it was a man and a woman, I believe, two people. They told me that what happens in that situation is when people die and the consciousness leaves the physical body, they do have there's a time lag, and there's a specific frame of time that they can go back to the physical body, providing that the physical body has not been damaged beyond repair, or providing that they haven't been away from the physical body for too long. Because the longer you stay away from the physical body, consciousness completely away, the harder it is to come back in terms of having severe accidents and things like that. So, yes, they said that this is what it is, and people can come back. And they told me it's always a choice. It's a choice that people can decide to come back. Sometimes people don't want to go back, and they stay, and sometimes they do go back. So, as I was in this world, I was really taking it all in, because as I said, I was conscious, and I was watching everything, and everyone just seemed so happy. And from that point, they asked me, they said, do you want to go back? And I thought it was a rather odd question at the time, because I felt that I didn't come into any accidents or anything with my body. And it was kind of a shock. I thought, wow, are they trying to gently tell me that something happened to me? But yeah, they asked me, did I want to come back? And I have to be honest, I thought about it. I said, wow, I don't know. I said, wow, man, this place is pretty cool. I actually like it here. And of course, at some point, the thought of my family popped into my mind. And I thought about my mother and my father, my brothers, grandmother, friends, family, everyone that I love and care about. And I said, okay, I guess I'll go back. And they said, okay. But at that same time, I noticed on the side, there was a large group of people, and they were being rejected. Not in a cold sense, but more of, they were trying to come back, and they told them, no, you can't come back, because your physical body has been damaged too much, you can't return. Or that they've been gone too long from the physical body due to an accident or sudden death. So it was very emotional. And I came back. And for me, that was my validity on these type of areas. And I have a few other experiences too that I'll share at some point. But yes, that was the one I had as far as death. And as I said, this was a completely different experience from all the others, because whoever crosses over and goes out of body very often, you can tell the difference when you cross into a reality that is completely just different. You just feel it. No one has to say anything. It's not even necessarily on the visuals. It's a feeling that wow, I've just stepped over into something completely out there on another level compared to the places I usually go to. And very briefly, because I'm running out of time, I will tell you one more experience I had. This experience was rather interesting because I actually thought that I had physically died. Yeah, man, this one was deep. I went out of body, and I was in this place, and it wasn't so special. It was just a place that I was in, walking around. And when I got bored, because there wasn't really much going on, I said, okay, well, let me get out of here, shoot back to the body. And I couldn't. And that was a shock for me at that time, because I thought, whoa, what's going on? So I tried all of the usual techniques to come back to the body, such as closing my eyes, jumping out a window. I tried all of these things. And I was completely aware. I knew that I was at home, and I went to the bed with my physical body, but I was in this other reality. And I started to get a little shaky because I said, what's going on here? And I remember sitting down in this world thinking, and I had come to a conclusion. One idea was that there was a very bad fire in my building. And I thought perhaps the smoke the smoke got a hold of me, and I couldn't wake up, and I simply just died in this fire. That was one idea, because there's a lot of fires where I'm at sometimes, really bad fires. And the funny thing is, I started to come to terms with the fact that I was dead. And I said, okay, well, I started to accept it. And I started thinking, wow, if I'm dead, where do I go from here? And let me investigate this world more and see what's going on. But it was a sense of familiarity. I felt as if, now I've said before that we live in many different alternate realities, and we have other selves and probable selves, reincarnational selves. So that means we've also died many times, and we're dying even now. We're living in the midst of deaths that happen, and we pick up on these vibrations. So I had accepted my death, and I said, okay, well, this is it. And when at the moment that I really started to just accept it as a reality, and I felt a sense of sadness, but also a sense of familiarity that I've experienced this before, and it wasn't the first time. And then I shot back to the body, and I opened my eyes, and I thought, wow. And it was really, I wasn't necessarily scared, but it was rather just interesting, because I actually regretted that I didn't explore more, because that was the longest I've ever been in a world out of body. And like I said, if I didn't say before, it seemed, as far as physical reality time, it had to be about 1 hour. It felt like 2 hours, to be honest. It felt like I was trapped in this place for 2 hours. And at some point I even locked myself in this closet that was there. And the closet was dark. And I closed my eyes. And I really said, okay, I'll close my eyes. And when I opened them, as my eyes were closed, I said, okay, I am not going anywhere. And I was still in this other world, in this closet. And I opened the door and peeked, and I was like, it was quiet. Nobody was there. And I thought, wow, man, this is some powerful trip, man. And trip as in I wasn't on anything, but the trip going to this other reality was powerful. And I thought, this is deep. Where am I exactly? And can I get back? I don't want to scare people into thinking, okay, I'm definitely not going to try this because I might get stuck. There's no getting stuck. It's just a simple fact of, this is a place that I personally crossed over into. And yeah, it's just an experience that I had. And I appreciate it. I would like to have it again, if possible. I'm still searching for that place. But yeah, so these are some of my basic views on death. I'll probably make some more videos to go more deeper into them. Yes, once again, just to recap, thank you to anyone who has subscribed to my videos. And please make comments. Please subscribe. If you leave a comment, also subscribe. And let me know what you want to talk about or what you want me to talk about. As I always said, there are no masters on this, and I'm definitely no authority, but I am knowledgeable on my own subjective and objective experiences, and I can share them with everyone out there. And please share yours as well. If you had anything similar, just write it in the notes in the comment section, or post a video response. And that's all I have to say for now. I have to get back. But thank you. And as always, peace, love, and harmony. If I was speeding through this video, I apologize. But I really wanted to put a video up because I felt good. But I'm also on a time limit here. So, yeah. Once again, thank you. And I'll see you all next time. Bye.